In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create this object. So let's start. The first thing is to draw a circle. The diameter, you can choose a diameter. In this case, I'm gonna use 16.5, and I'm gonna move this to the layer which I already renamed it, and also measure the length. So under analyze you can find the icon measure length, and this is the size, the length of the circle, which I'm gonna copy. And now I'm gonna turn off the layer of circle because I don't need it for now, and I'm gonna draw a straight line from my top viewport from 0 point, and gonna Control V, paste the distance here, hold down the shift key to have a straight line, and I create a line with the same length as the circle. Okay. And the next thing is to draw a circle in my right viewport from 0 point, and the diameter something around 6 maybe, and I'm gonna rebuild this circle with 12 points, and then okay. So now I can turn on the control points, and I'm gonna choose these 8 points and just randomly scale it to inside, something like this. And then I'm gonna turn off the control points by right click on this icon, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this shape and type copy from the end of the line to the other end. And also I'm gonna copy one extra on the midpoint of the line. I'm going to rotate this one by something around 90 degrees. So in my right viewport, I choose to rotate with gumball. Okay. Once I did, I will have a straight line and 3 objects, which one of them is rotated. The next command that I'm gonna use is loft, and I'm gonna use select the object by order, and I can see that I can still move this to the quad, and same over here, and I think same thing over here, or not. Okay. And I'm going to use the tight one, and okay, so I will have something like this. Now I'm going to cap my surface to have a solid object, and once I did this, I can select all the curves and just move it to this layer. Turn it off for now, and I will have a closed solid poly surface. Yeah, okay. So the next command that I'm gonna use is contour. C-O-N here, contour. select object for contour. This is my object intern. Now I need to just give a direction, so it depends which object you draw and which direction you want to contour, make a contour of your object. In my case, from the top viewport, I will just select in my C plane and hold down the shift key to have a straight line. You can also have a diagonal line. I mean, it depends what you are making. So I will hold down the shift key to have a straight line, and then I will just, it doesn't need to be like a long as long as your object. It's like it can be just a little line to show the direction. So I'm gonna look here, and now I need to give a distance between contours. So this is important. So I can type 0.5, something like this. So it will, if you want to make a extrusion from your contour, then you have to also calculate it here. Maybe 0.5 is too small. Maybe 1 is okay for me, 1 millimeter. So I will have a distance from one line to the other line is 1 millimeter here. Okay, and now you can see that it's start making the contour, like the kind of cuts from my object. Okay, now so please do not click anywhere because you want to deselect this contour. You can just directly go to the layers and then create a layer and just change the layer of all of them, and then type contours, yeah. And or if you don't want to make any layer, you can just go under solid and just make a extrusion from it, or it's best to make a layer, separate layer. Now for extrusion, so it's easier to just turn off the O snap to see what's happening over here. Okay, so now I can just eyeball to give the thickness of this kind of cut out. So solid yes, both ways yes, and something like this. I don't want them to touch because over here you can see that they will overlap. I just want some kind of gap between each extrusion, so something like this. And now if I go to my perspective view and if I move my object to a layer and turn it off, I can see all these kind of slices of my object. I can also turn off the layer contour so I don't see the curves, something like this. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn on the layer curve. I will choose this straight line and move it to my default layer because I need it. So turn off the rest, and I'm gonna make a pipe of it from this, and maybe 0.5 the diameter, 1 is fine. Okay, something like this. And I can turn on the layer of circle because I'm gonna flow my object around the circle, but before that maybe I can select this ghosted, so select this straight line, move it to this layer, and now I can select all with Ctrl A and Boolean Union. So I will have just one object. Okay, now I have one object, so turn on this layer, and the next step is just typing flow along curve, select my object, enter. The base curve is step mode on this curve in the middle, and the target curve is my circle. So there you go. Now I can maybe I can move this, and I can also select curves or just turn off this layer. Okay, there you go. So this is the final result. Contour is a really interesting command. You can do a lot with it, and in this case we create I can say that it's a ring because the size is too small for a ring, but it can be a ring if you measure everything carefully. So this is the final result. I hope you like it, and I will talk to you in the next one.